stream of the brand new RPG from Tangren Games, Kin. You're probably going, what is Kin? Well, that's why we're here, actually, because it's probably not a game you've actually heard of. Developed by just two guys in the Netherlands, and with a composer named Will Bedford. We've got the two developers of the game here from Tangren. We have Victor Lagerstede, and I think I said that right, and Cavit Uzturk, who's actually Turkish, and I'm sorry for completely lambasting your name there. Hi guys, welcome to the stream.
Hey.
Hi, no problem.
Oh, that was perfect.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah.
All right. So, well, let's go ahead and let's do something like this. I know we're gonna have people kind of filtering in and everything like that, so they'll be able to watch the VOD later. But why don't you give us an overview of what Kin is, as I'm staring at my three characters right now here.
So Kin is sort of a mixture of RPG and RTS genre. So you control your party, and they all are completely customizable with different abilities. And yeah, so you're completely free to build your party and fight in these dungeons through different levels.
I can control. Can I control all three of them at once, or yeah, I can. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can control all three of them at once.
So I see it has that drag and drop box thing, and I have a sheep with something on its back. Okay, well, before we get to playing, tell us the inspiration for Kin and what the game's kind of all about, and why the two of you decided to take on this monumental task of making an RPG RTS hybrid by yourselves.
So it didn't actually start as it is now. Actually, how it started out was we were building a sort of village defense game with Vikings, and so it wasn't Kin at all at that point. It was another game with another name, and we were just building this sort of tower defense game, but it was a village that you could upgrade, and the people lived in there, and you needed to defend the village against monsters. But as we were developing, some of my personal sort of favorite genres started creeping in. Like I'm a big fan of Baldur's Gate and Guild Wars, games like that. So we started sort of getting this hybrid game that is more tactical than most RPGs are, but still has those core RPG elements, story elements, and party building elements. So what you will find out as you play is that most of the battles are actually more advanced than in typical RPGs. And so in a typical RPG, most battles are sort of static. The monsters don't move around a lot. They don't really challenge you all that much, and or they challenge you by being overpowered, like very powerful abilities. And what we tried to do with Kin is we tried to make the monsters smart, like have them do smart things.
That's not
they
good.
work together.
That means I have to try hard. I can't just face roll this? Oh, okay.
Well, you can try. Like you can face roll a little bit. It's a bit of a hybrid.
Oh.
So I'm going to sort of teach you the controls a bit.
Yeah, go ahead. I just accidentally clicked on the sheep and realized he sells stuff to me, so that's good.
Yeah, the sheep is sort of he's temporary for now. Like how he is now is he sells you stuff, but normally it's like if your inventory is full and you just need to sell stuff, you can do it at the sheep, so you never run out of inventory space. So you have three guys, and you can control them by clicking 1, 2, 3, and just selecting them individually.
Now, how do I? Will I be able to create these characters later as well? Or are they like
so you don't create
story-based?
a character. They have story. They have a lot of backstory. The characters.
Okay.
But if you press I, the inventory, I key.
Okay, cool, gotcha. I'm looking at Alric right now. Yeah.
So if you press the I key, or at the left top the third icon, can go to the left top.
Oh yeah, I'm in there. You see my delayed stream, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. So hey, no cursing. Come on, go ahead. Go ahead. No. All right, so I'm looking at Alric right now, who looks like a caster of some sort.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know there was a stream delay. So, but it makes sense. So basically, the characters. So the stories are set, but how you build your characters is completely up to you. So you can select all their equipment. You can select how their skill points are distributed, and also what skills they use. So the skill tree is entirely open.
Yeah, I see. There's three trees on Alric here. There's mind, body, and control.
Yeah, so they all have mind-body control. That's like our basic division of abilities. And mind is sort of the mage type, body is the warrior tree, and control is sort of the ranger. Like the archetypes.
I see. So you could make each of these characters into whatever you want them to be.
Exactly.
Okay.
And there you can also mix and match. So you can mix, like if you want a paladin character, you can take some mind, some body, and you can make your paladin. But you can also make a summoner. It's completely free in how you build your characters.
And can you reset them, or would you have to start? Oh yeah, reset warrior.
You can reset them at any time out of battle, and you can also just change your entire build. So we leave it completely open to the player to build his characters at any time. So if you need to adjust halfway through the game because something's not working, you can. But the only limiting factor is your equipment, because we are sort of limiting the amount of equipment you can get. And so you need to make some tough choices with equipment, where you put your money, where you put your crafting items. So you might want to switch trees halfway through the game, but then you might have some worse equipment.
Okay.
It's never very terrible equipment, but it's like one tier behind. There's like about 9 tiers for armors and 8 tiers for armors, and there's 18 tiers for weapons.
Okay.
So you might be 1 tier behind if you start switching up a lot. But we kind of forgive that sort of stuff because we feel difficulty doesn't come from locking people into a certain gameplay. The difficulty should come from the monsters you face.
Yeah, you don't want to gimp yourself and then suddenly you can't do something.
Exactly.
I think we're all familiar with that.
The monsters are the challenge.
Yeah.
The monsters are the challenge. So that's how we built the game.
So what should we do? We've got the I've got the skills. We started, for those of you who obviously haven't played the beta, which is probably all of you.
There's no beta.
Yeah, there's no beta. This is when you start the game, you can basically pick a balance group or ranger group. We went with the balance group, so we have our caster. Yeah, we have our caster and everything like that, and our warrior and our ranger. So what do we do now?
So yeah, just close the window and just for the skills are used with Q, W, or E.
Okay.
Q and W are the skills as you know them. So they feed on mana.
Okay.
So they use a little bit of your blue bar, your mana bar, and each time you use a skill, and then it slowly fills up again.
Okay.
The third skill is more, it's different. I already noticed you playing around a bit with it. So that's a combination of a stone and a skill, and they form a unique combination together. So in the case of your first character, Ulrich, you have a life stone combined with a project skill, and what happens is each time you use a life skill, that stone fills up a little bit.
Okay.
So if you press 1 in Q...
Yeah. We actually just filled it up, so I've got project life file.
Yeah, so you can place that item by pressing E and pressing on the ground.
Okay.
And there are different stones in the game. There's the life stone, there's the buff stone, that's on the second character, and there's the death stone. So each time something dies in the environment, the death stone will fill up, and once it's full, you can summon sort of a death god around you that feeds on everything you kill at that point, and each time something dies around you at that point, you get stronger and stronger and stronger.
That's awesome.
And, yeah, there's a lot of different combinations, and it works on anything. So if you die yourself, it works, or if a monster dies. But also when a monster heals, it also works. So if a monster heals, your heal stone will heal up. There's different types of stones. So there's also a fire stone that charges up on fire. So if you stand near a torch, the fire stone will actually charge up on the torch near you.
Okay, so it's environmental, kinda.
Yeah, they're environmental, and they feed on anything. So that's a different layer in the environment. So you sort of look around in your environment to see what stone will work best for the environment. So for example, if you're fighting a lot of small monsters, the death stone will charge up very fast. So you want to use that one, but when you need to play very defensively and cast a lot of healing spells, then you might want to use a life stone or a buff stone that uses enchantments to feed on, or life skills. So you can sort of combine based on what you're facing.
Okay. So I should probably march forward and try to attack these fire scorpions then.
Yeah, there's one thing I will explain. So if you press the space bar, you go in slow motion.
Okay. Oh, everything slows down.
Yeah, everything slows down. It's not a full stop, it's a slow motion.
Okay. And that recharges when you come out of it too.
Yeah. And this is for when you need some more time. Like, not every player has super fast hands, and sometimes with a boss battle you just need some time to to sort of get up to speed. So that's how we sort of switch back between the hack and slash component, like a Diablo, when the battles are easy. And then when it gets hard, you go in sort of a Baldur's Gate mode where everything slows down and you start making more tactical decisions.
I'm trying it right now, actually, and I hope I'm not going to die. But I luckily use my Ranger's grenade skill.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a bit overpowered at the moment, but that's fine.
Can I hurt my own characters with the grenade?
No.
Okay,
you can't
good.
kill your own character.
Thank God.
There's nothing.
It will be hectic enough without it. Believe me.
Oh, I noticed that the cooldown or the slowdown right now kind of lets you do it infinitely. Or is that part of just the demo build? I assume. It looks like it stops after like, or maybe it just gives me a really obscene amount of time to do it.
It gives you. It's so slow for the demo purposes.
Okay.
Normally it's about 5 times faster, the slowdown, I think, like at least 2 or 3 times. We still sort of working on the right amount of slow.
Yeah.
But for the demo, for reviewers, we just slowed it down a lot because people need to get used to the game, to the pacing. Because this feels easy, but it gets more difficult.
I can imagine, actually. I like the fact that I can pause things because I'm one of those players in like something like League of Legends. I will die before I even have a chance to decide what I was going to do.
God, yeah, I know what you mean. So you're fighting the tortoise?
Yeah, I'm actually on a Dracone Protector right now.
Yeah, that's sort of... He has a shield in front, so you can't hit him from the front, so you need to get behind him.
I just found that out. Luckily, Bram has taken some damage for me here, and I'm using my grenades to get behind him. Rebirth. I don't. So can Alric is pretty much just a healer, but can he attack from afar?
No, yes. Well, he can if you change his weapon. He has a staff.
I got it.
And so the little scorpion guys, they blow up and they do a bit of damage to you. So like when they're solo, it's easy, but when they group up and they all die around you, then you have a problem.
Yeah, I noticed that a little bit too late, but luckily I didn't die. Oh, and now everybody gets to hear my dogs bark. Sorry, folks. We have a guy, one of my good friends from the website actually, named Dreamo84. He says the look reminds him of Torchlight. Is that something you guys were conscious of when you were making the game?
No, not particularly Torchlight, but we did go for a sort of Toon-like look. So we didn't go for the full realistic look, something in between realistic and cartoony, so I can sort of see the resemblance if you like. It's colorful, I guess.
Yeah, but it's not super gothic all the time and making you depressed.
No, it's not gothic at all. It's very.
Also,
go ahead.
All of the levels are not like this, like dungeons. There's variety in there.
Okay, explain to me some of the variety. Then is it like when you say levels, is there like an open world to Kin, or is it more of like a level-based campaign?
It's a level-based campaign.
Okay.
So yeah, let me explain a bit about campaign. So the game features 18 levels, and every time you finish a level, you come back to the central village, that's your home village. And so you go through the levels in sequence, so it's not like you can decide when to do what, but the actual storyline through the level changes based on your decisions in the levels.
Okay.
And we keep track of a lot of little stuff, like who you help, who you don't help, how you deal with certain small situations, and that actually very subtly changes how the village responds to you, how quests turn out. So I can give you a very small example.
Yeah, please.
For example, in level 2 there's this guy and he's dead, and you can revive any NPC. They can die, every NPC can die, but they can also be revived.
Okay.
If you're a revive skill, so it also works on humans. And he's dead, and he's laying next to his chest, his cargo. So, for example, how subtle it is, if you would open the chest and you would revive him, then he would go out and start looking for the ones who've taken the stuff from his chest, not knowing that it was you. Because
Okay.
he was dead. But if you don't revive him, that's also a different, like you can leave him for dead, and that's also a change to the storyline. But what you can also do is first revive him and then open his chest, and then he will know that you did it, so he will be angry about it. So like even subtle things, like doing something in a different order, or doing like just missing a revive, or some small stuff actually has impact on how the storyline turns out, and we do a lot of small stuff like that. And we try to break from the typical MMO storyline with FedEx. Like, we don't have FedEx type quests. We do very different things with them. Like, for example, we sometimes trick the player into thinking, well, you can turn in the quest over here, but actually we might have like 3 or 4 characters where you can turn in the quest. So you might think, well, I just turn in the quest at the first guy I find, but actually there's like multiple exclamation marks, multiple people that will respond to that will give a different ending to that quest.
Oh.
And that also affects the storyline. So like in a typical MMO, you just do the quest, you turn it in with the quest giver, right? Or at the quest point. But with us, there are multiple quest points sometimes, and so you can turn it in with different people, and actually there are different results or different consequences to finishing a quest in a different way. And I'm not going into details because I don't want to spoil
everything. Yeah, I totally understand.
But there's a lot of different things that come back to your little village, how you do things, how you don't do things, and it's big consequences in the end. Like, it's sort of like some things are like the butterfly effect, you know.
Yeah,
there's a small thing that you do that has a big consequence in the end.
How long is the campaign, or like in terms of gameplay hours, are you aiming for?
I think about 20.
Oh wow, that's pretty darn good for 2 guys.
Yeah, it's big, but we've been working on the game for about 4 years now.
Oh wow.
So what we did is we used to work at a banking company, and we saved up a lot of money, and then we just went ham.
Were you tech guys at the banking company, or were you like number crunchers just wishing you could get into game dev?
I was a lead programmer there.
Okay.
So Javit was also a senior programmer. So we built software for the banking industry basically, and they pay well, so you can sort of save up your money, and then after you're done, I also did a lot of contract work on the side, and that's how we saved up quite some money, so we could go full time. So we didn't have any investors or crowdfunding, or we just went on it like we wanted to be completely free and
independent. Yeah. And you went with the what's the name of the publisher? I should know this offhand, but
So yeah, about 6 months ago, publishers started to contact us about the game to see if we were interested in working with them.
Okay.
And we actually thought, well, like, we are good at the development stuff, but we are terrible at marketing, because nobody has heard of the game. Like, nobody, because we don't get around. We just built the game, and we didn't do any marketing. So actually, we contacted First Eve ourselves. Like, we were impressed with the banner saga and how they handled the PR on the game, and we thought, well, these guys would be awesome.
They get it.
Them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get it, and they just leave. They don't. First Eve hasn't made a single comment on how we build our game. We can build the game however we want, and they just handle the PR for us and the marketing, and then they're doing a very good job on it so far. So.
Yeah, I mean, they made it knowledgeable to me immediately. As soon, hey, we just got this game, and I'm like, good, I can't wait to play it. Tell me when. So, and that's awesome though. So they're very hands off, is what you're saying. Like, they'll offer suggestions and advice, but they're not going to force your hand or anything like that. That's good to hear.
They're purely an indie, like they view themselves as a support publisher. So they support indies. They don't make game decisions for them.
Well, that's exactly. The publisher shouldn't be the one making the decisions. That's what the developers are there for.
Yeah, but usually it's all the way around.
Yeah.
Like, the industry is a bit messed up in a lot of ways in terms of the publisher-developer relationship, and you can see it how many developers have fallen over. Like, I think a good example is the Call of Duty guys.
Yep.
They made a lot of money for the publisher, and they just
said bye.
I don't know why it's happening. Like,
I died, by the way.
Oh, did you die?
I died. I came to a bunch of fire elementals.
Oh,
I think.
God, I should have warned you. I should have warned you for
my
this
characters
part.
are back up. They're back up. Oh, that was just a timeout, I think.
No, what happens is sometimes your characters will revive. Like, if you can keep one character alive and you get out of combat, they will come back to life.
Oh, and that's probably what happened. At least I got to keep all the loot I got. Maybe that'll help.
Yeah. Yeah, you shouldn't go over here.
I shouldn't go over there?
You shouldn't go over. Javi, did you notice that little bug? There's an image missing from the health bar. Yeah, this happens.
No?
Yeah, it's like the health bar on the boss guys. It's probably missing from the build at the moment. But it's still an alpha build, so there might be some small things that you will notice, but it's very
Understandable.
small buggy things.
I'm just trying to decide if any of this stuff is better than what I have, and I think you already got me set up with pretty good gear, so I think I'm out
No,
of it.
there's definitely better gear to find in this level.
Oh yeah,
So,
I've seen a green curved knife. Ooh,
so
there we
maybe
go.
you can have a better axe. Those axes look interesting. Those two-handed axes.
Well, he can't equip the pole arm. That's two-handed axe, the circle of death.
Yeah.
I will equip that, I think.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. What else do we have?
Yeah, sometimes like there's a level requirement and you're currently at level 9.
Mm-hmm.
So
Is there a max level, or is it sort of as far as you can get in the campaign?
yeah, that's also I also need to explain. So we don't have a grinding in the game.
Okay.
So what we do is every time you finish a level, you gain a level.
Oh, okay.
And there's a very good reason for that. That we don't. I don't mind grinds. I don't hate it. I don't mind it. So either way, I can see it working for different games. Like in an MMO, people sometimes enjoy grinding. But for us, it is some of the monster factions are actually not evil. So the player actually gets to decide if he wants to take out those monsters or not. And that actually influences the storyline in some ways as well. So sometimes you can't grind certain areas because you might want to keep those monsters alive. So to prevent people from falling behind in loot or in levels, we just decided you play the level how you want it. At the end of the level, you will always get your level, but you might get different loot, you know?
Okay.
That's basically because some monsters are just very docile and they actually won't attack you. They might be neutral, they might only attack you when you get near. And there's actually storylines around it where if you look around, you might notice that it's actually not the monsters that are the evil party in an area, but it's actually the humans that are doing the bad things.
So you can help out the monsters then?
Well, it's a bit difficult. Like it's a bit like in World War II, you wouldn't help out or World War I, you wouldn't help out the Germans if you were in the French side.
Fair enough.
So it's a bit like you can't really. There's a barrier there, and it's a bit tragic, but there's a barrier between humans and other races in the game. Like a communication barrier, but also there's a lot of hostility.
Okay.
So it's not like they will sort of leave you alone if you leave them alone, but it's not like you can be buddy with the monsters when you want to.
Darn.
Because they just won't trust you, you know.
Yeah.
But they definitely have their own little things, like they have their own little culture and their own beliefs, and there's a lot of background to some. Like it's not in these monsters. Like these are just scorpions and simple stuff. But there are other races that are more intelligent and have their own little culture.
Yeah, like
And
the protectors and stuff that I came across. I assume those guys have their own culture and everything like that.
Yeah, they are a bit like they are always aggressive towards you because they're aggressive to everything. But there are more. For example, in this level, this is basically a temple, a big temple that is full of water, and you need to find different switches to lower the water, and then you can go through different levels of the temple. But this is also their breeding ground, so in some places in the level you will actually see their little eggs.
And I don't want to crush those, or am I even not
Yeah,
allowed?
you can crush those, and you can
Yeah,
roll
you
them
can crush.
around. They're like sort of like skippy balls.
Oh boy, I feel bad if I do that.
Yeah, you can squash them, and then this little fetus drops out. and
Oh,
it's very-
jeez.
very sad.
That's
So,
the first time I think I've ever heard the word fetus uttered on a live stream. Maybe I don't get around enough, but
So,
okay. So I gotta stay away from where I was before because those guys were terrible.
don't go to the far right. Because
Those
are
protectors.
You can kill them, but those big guys, they don't like you.
Oh my gosh! I should probably start using the space bar. Okay.
Yeah. That's how.
I aggroed one by accident, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm a
get
bit
him.
behind, so but you can
okay.
take
I can take
the
one.
space and heal yourself. Place the vial. Use the Q spell on Ulrich, and then you will be fine.
I got him, and I got a helm because of it. Now I can heal my poor ranger. He died.
And he will come, like every character, if you get out of the battle, he will come back to life.
Oh, okay. I resurrected him. He had that skill, so.
That's also fine. Like, it's a battle resurrect, but
Yeah.
what we do is, we don't feel like if you can defeat a battle, then you don't have to go through the hassle of reviving your party. It's a bit of a waste of time.
Okay. Ooh, I found another new axe, I think, for Bram. Yup.
You got a lot of stuff already.
Well, I eluded those chests twice. If I can... Oh, am I not allowed to equip it? Because I should probably be reading this better. Oh yeah, level 10. Can't equip that yet.
Yeah, it's like often it's like one level ahead. We are actually probably going to remove the level requirements from the weapons, so you can just equip anything.
If it's higher tier, yeah, you want to be able to equip it, that kind of thing. One thing that I would like to see, and this is just as I'm playing it, I would love to see the ability to set a formation for my character so that Alric can stay in the back and Bram can stay in the front, that kind of thing.
Definitely, we got that feedback. We haven't started working on it yet, but we are definitely going to add that. We are not sure yet how we're going to do it though, because well, there's this thing like in this level you have your characters together, you have a party of 3, and that's all okay, you know. But in other, we actually have levels where you fight with 3 guys on the low ground, 3 on the high ground. Because now your party is 3, but it will grow to 6. And you fight with one group on the high ground, one group of the low ground. They cover each other, they take out obstacles for each other, so it becomes more tactical. And then for me, it's like a technical challenge that we're still solving.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, it will be in there. It will be in there. We will probably do it like you place them in a certain way, and then you press a button, and that will be the formation they will try to keep.
Oh, that's cool. I like that idea too. Instead of a bunch of presets. Yeah.
Yeah, no presets. It will be just stay like this, and they will try to keep that formation and keep it oriented.
You said to stay from the far right, but I gotta find this scroll, right? So I gotta go there.
Well, you got to go up. So you notice the water? There's a path up through the fire. So you need to time your steps through the fire.
The lower right, you should avoid the lower right. And
okay.
The middle and upper rights are good. Okay.
Oh man, I'm still in the fire.
Sure where you are.
Still in the fire.
The fire is not so nice.
Oh, I think he's still following me too.
Oh,
yep, he is.
Are the monsters after you?
The fire elemental, yeah.
Oh, just kill it first. Don't start moving through the level because you will not make it.
Okay.
You'll probably.
That's a mistake you make. Start running into areas. Oh yeah, just kill that one. He's easy. Like it's a single one.
He's easy. Oh, okay. Yep. All right. I did it. I did it.
No, don't go there.
Oh.
No, we're behind. We don't know how
behind.
far he is.
I just beat him. I just beat him. Now I just need Oh, Nicholas is standing in the fire after he resurrected. Get away from those guys. Don't go over there again. I do not want to go there. That's where I knew I died last time. Okay. So how far out from oh good lord, there's a bunch of spear something over here.
You can actually use all these traps that are placed for you. You can also use them against your enemies. So you can pull them in and use them against them.
Oh, okay.
Like fighting in the fire. That sort of stuff we try to do a lot. We have a lot of environmental puzzles. Yeah, you were asking how far in we are. So at this point we have most of the levels up. Some of the levels are still in a rough state. This level is quite far in already in terms of development, quite far done. But we are planning to release it somewhere in 2015, probably early 2015.
Okay.
So I think, yeah, we hope around February, but it might be later. It depends a bit. Like we aren't in a rush.
Well, I was gonna say, you guys are 2 people. I don't think you have to worry about people going, it's taking you so long.
Yeah, no, well, it still happens. Like, I don't know if you go along the Wolfire guys from Overgrowth. They've been working also with 2 guys on the game for 6 years, but at some point you will, when people are anticipating something, you will get some backlash.
Yeah, that's true. I know folks are still waiting for Torment. They were hoping it would be out sooner, but everybody shifted their focus to Wasteland 2 instead, so everybody that was pledging for Torment are like, come on.
Yeah, it happens. Well, I can understand. Like, once you say a date, I think you should sort of keep to it.
Yeah.
But it's very hard to predict in game development. I can tell that to anyone who isn't developing games. Like, it's so hard to predict when you will have something done because even small stuff can take longer than you expected. Like, I've been working on a temple since Monday, and I thought I would have it done today. But then I think, like, I do the art, and then I start thinking, well, I can make this better. You know, I can do better than what I'm doing, and I can make
so
it
you
more
just keep iterating and iterating, and you never stop.
Exactly, and it's all for the best of the game to so that people will enjoy it. So.
Well, you're in a fortunate position that you can actually do that because you don't have a publisher saying, put it out, put it out.
Yeah, up to a point where we are out of personal money or savings.
Yeah, then you're in trouble. Then you're in trouble.
I still need to buy diapers for my daughter. And stuff. But other than that, though, we are taking our time, and we have been taking our time to bring it up to a level where we are. Because I'm such a fan of the genre, I just want to make something that is actually.
Well, and it's very unique
something that
too.
People like me enjoy, you know?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Oh, you're going the wrong way, by the way.
I know. I see the water right here going north, and I can't cross that.
Yeah.
So I gotta go.
Back.
Give me a direction.
Back to the pointy thing, the pointy stuff that you were walking.
The pointy stuff. I don't want to go to pointy stuff.
You triggered a trap, right, with points in it.
Did I?
Didn't you?
I don't remember.
I thought you talked about it.
I have Dracon protectors coming at me now.
Okay.
This is a comedic misadventure right here.
That group, if you are where I think you are, is quite a tough. But the bigger groups are going to give you.
Yeah, they're on me. They're on me. Okay, that's one down, I think. And then you plant my healing spell. And then you shoot him.
So someone in Scream is asking, like, why do you control the characters separately?
Yes.
And, the reason is, like, if you play a game like Diablo or like an hack and slash, actually controlling a single character limits the tactical potential of the game a lot. So you can't do things like flanking. You can't do things like coordinating your sequencing or parallel firing your skills, and that's why we have multiple characters.
And that's why you can
that
pause
way you
it
get
too.
more tactical depth to the game, and it's not doable with one character. You need to control. You need to have a party to create tactical depth, to coordinate, to position, to sequence your skills. It just takes a party, and if you want to do it as a single player, you just like we didn't want to do a multiplayer game. We wanted to give a single player tactical RPG feel to the game. So that's why you control multiple characters.
Well, and I like that you can still, you know, have everybody attack the same target at once and then start dealing with the tactical part.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we do with it in missions. Like in one mission, like one guy is separated from the group, and he needs to sneak into a castle and then sort of go in through the back, avoiding the enemies, and then open the gate. Go to the southeast.
You tell me after I'm attacking all these guys.
Oh god, did you already run in? Oh,
yeah, I ran in. I'm trying.
Yeah.
So
did you use the E-skill yet on character number 3?
I did.
Nicholas?
Nicholas? Yeah, I just did. So he
Just
grew.
grenade.
Yeah.
But you're doing quite well, I must say. Like your experience, obviously, about.
Now
you know,
this is live. You don't have to give me a boost.
Yeah, because like when we did the Gamescom thing, interviewers were coming in for a couple of days, and just you notice how different people play, and it's so funny to see because some people just run in and like
Diablo and are hacking and slashing.
It's just fun to see different playstyles. Some people will pass a lot, some people will not pass at all, ever. Like they refuse.
They don't. No. I can just hack and slash my way through it. I quickly learned on those fire elementals that pausing is a good thing. So you said go to the southeast, right?
Yeah, it's all the way to the southeast. Yeah, it's you've cleared everything, but
The area I'm supposed to be.
yeah, it's like to the that's a bit of exploration, but it's to the right bottom. So if you press N, you get a map
Oh,
and can sort of see what you have covered and what you haven't. And we have sort of a silhouette of where the map is undiscovered.
yeah, I was watching that in the upper right corner. All right.
Yeah, it's a bit tough to see on that one.
Yeah, this is only a portion of it, but on the when you press M, it will show the complete map.
Okay. Let me finish killing these guys first. You guys can't see me, but I ran into more.
Well, then you are in the right direction.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you are walking in the right direction. So what else? Well, we have a lot of puzzles in the game, so it's not just. You can also see a bit of that in the trailer. I don't know if people have seen the trailer, but it's not just fighting. It's there's branching storylines and there's also a lot of puzzle elements in the game. And we like to build the puzzles into our environments. Like they are not a separate thing. They're actually part of the world. Like we have one level that's a big snow level, and the entire there's all these. How do I explain this? There's all these little villages that use hot water from the geysers to heat up their villages, and they use this irrigation system. And but there's also places that are sort of avalanched, so they you can't move through them, but you can sort of reroute the irrigation system to put the hot water into different areas, and then you can move through them.
No kidding. So there's a little bit of
so-
city building, kind of, in a way.
It's not so much city building, but it's changing the environment to suit your progress, I guess. And we do have a lot of little puzzles in there. That they're sort of like to break up the battling and just have something to think about sometimes. You know, there's different stuff. There's a lot of different stuff that I think people like. I think it's sort of the same type of player that likes the puzzles, like the tactical gameplay, I guess.
Yeah, well, in tactical RPGs, they're kind of in a bit of a resurgence, so you guys have pretty good timing.
Yeah, I think maybe it's because like people from my age, from the 90s,
Yes, myself.
that grew up with Baldur's Gate and those types of titles, XCOM. They're like, there's not enough of this stuff out there. We need to make more of it.
Yep, it's exactly
So
right.
that's
Yeah.
why we took.
And yeah, we should thank the XCOM guys too, because they went out there and did it, and who knew that it would be such a hit like that too.
Yeah, I was like the Enemy Unknown guy. Do you mean
Yes.
Enemy Unknown? I love that game.
Yes.
I played it like I got it on a Wednesday and I finished it on a Thursday, and I played it pretty much non-stop.
I still
loved
play
I
it.
loved it.
I play it on my iPhone because it's such a good translation to that mobile device too.
Yeah,
It actually works there.
So good.
It's not. Yeah, it's really, and that you get that kind of feel here. Only, you know, if players want to have real-time combat, they don't have to worry about cover and planning. They can do real-time combat. You're just not going to fare as well as somebody who actually plans their moves out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends a bit on you. Like we try to keep it a bit more fast-paced than a turn-based game, so it's not fully turn-based. We try to keep a bit of speed in it. So yeah, you notice that this area you're in, there's a lot of moss there because this was underwater before. So the monsters have come out and you can actually fight them now.
I'm probably going to die because there's a bunch of shamans over here healing everything that you're about to see me run into.
Yeah, that part is quite difficult.
Bram
It's
is running
difficult.
away.
But that part, I think the best is if you focus on those
The healers.
shamans.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the healers.
That's what I'm trying
Yeah, I
to do.
know. Once you know that you can how to sort of play the tactical game, and how we do it is this is like medium level AI. So as you move through the game, you face similar enemies. Oh, that guy is like, I don't know where to go. Left or right, left or right. I guess his turning speed isn't set yet. So, yeah, what I wanted to say was the AI this is like medium level AI. It's not too difficult. They do sort of heal each other, but they don't go crazy like how they defend each other. But actually, the more advanced AI, they will actually form like Roman formations. So the shield guys will stand around the priests and block you from getting
Oh
close to
jeez.
them. and they will form circles. They can form V lines, V formations, line formations.
Thank you
They
for
can
not
form
putting.
outside of- Yeah.
Thank you for not putting them in this.
So that's something you will face later, and they can actually they get more skills as they go. So first, now they are only using 1 or 2 of their abilities, but they actually have like at max level they have like 3 abilities,
Wow.
4, and then there's a lot of synergy between their abilities. Like now you already noticed the net throwing is also sort of a synergy with the healing because you can't get close. But there's more like that, like locking someone down, firing homing missile stuff, you know, and just gets increasingly more complex to deal with a party as you go through the game.
Well,
Because
I like the fact that it just as I played it now, I feel like I'm getting a little bit more used to. Like when I first started, it felt like, oh, I'm just gonna go at it like Diablo. These guys are easy to beat, and then you start to realize that's because they're tiny little fire scorpions, not thinking
Yeah,
individual
exactly.
NPCs.
That's
Oh, I
like low
see
level
that.
AI.
I see that orange bar now. Yeah, that's.
It's a missing texture. But
Get
it's
on
sort of
that,
like-
guys! God.
Yeah, it's funny because we did a new build for Javid did some bug fixing before he got the build to you, but I guess he didn't fix many bugs, he just included new ones. Thank you, Javid. Thank you.
I fixed 4 or 5 or maybe more bugs. I introduced only 1, so it's still winning.
Yeah, still an all
But
positive.
The other ones, no one would have noticed. No, it's okay. Oh, one thing you didn't. Oh, you already have the camera in follow mode.
Yeah, I turned that on.
Okay,
totally
so
just-
yeah, you can sort of put it in follow mode or put it in free mode. It's like in a Dota, I guess. In a MOBA, you can pick if it follows your character or it's free. It's personal preference. I always play it in free cam personally. That's what I'm used to.
I was gonna say I can't be bothered to deal with that. I'm having trouble enough as it is surviving. All right, come on, Bram, you can do this. There's one guy left. Oh, he's dead. All right, so I have Nicholas.
Are they all dead?
Everybody but Nicholas.
Oh god.
Oh.
Yeah, the nets are a pain,
I did
especially
it.
for melee.
I did it. Now they can come back to life anytime now, guys. There we go.
So you have a lot of those. That happens a lot. So those near-death experiences.
I like it. I like it though, because there's nothing worse than an easy game, an easy RPG. You don't feel accomplished when you do beat something. Are there going to be, in certain levels, are there going to be like checkpoints, so somebody doesn't have to go all the way back to the beginning?
You can save at any time.
Okay, you can save at any time. Okay.
And it
Outside
will
of battle.
keep everything. It will keep the monsters, like the body, like everything you killed. It will keep track of everything you did. Like
Okay.
every little thing. So you're always free to save. Like most people don't do it, I guess. But
You should.
yeah, you could. Like you
When
could
it get-
save at any time. And it
Oh,
will-
there we go. Save.
When a game is too difficult, I always save like every 5 to 10 seconds.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, you're
With
crazy.
tactical RPGs, I figure the first thing I figure out is what the quick save key is and press it
What
after
is the
every
quick
fight.
save? Yeah.
Yeah, Javid was one a little while ago, like a year ago or 2. He was playing Dead Space on the highest difficulty.
Oh jeez.
And I still remember how he played that, like
I beat that thing. Quick save. I beat that thing. Quick save.
Yeah. Like, room after room.
All right, I'm still fighting my way through here. We got about 14 minutes left or so.
You are like 60% through the level, I guess.
That's
and this
not
is
bad.
this is like I don't know how you feel about this stuff, but it's one of the smaller ones.
Oh my, really?
Yeah, this is
I like that.
So this is I think this is one of the smaller ones. Like the other ones, this is about 400, no, 2 to 300 meters by 300 meters, and we have maps up to like 600 by 600, so 4 times as big.
Oh jeez.
And you can have like entirely destroyed cities that are burning and it's full of stuff happening. There's no little side quest in this one, but there are in other ones. And so yeah, this is more the straightforward battle demo, I would call it. So it doesn't show the branching storylines, it doesn't show the village, but it shows people the basics of this tactical gameplay.
Yeah, you get a feel for what's going on. And I think I just found those eggs that I can boot around.
Yeah, 4x.
I'm sorry guys, I didn't mean to do that.
They're like, they don't, there's no sound on the stream, but they always also go like...
Squash.
Yeah, that's cringe. so sad.
This is such
Such
a.
a sad
I gotta tell you guys, this is very fun. Like, I know the stream's almost over soon, and I have a son that I gotta go put to bed and everything. But you can guess what I'll be doing tomorrow.
Yeah, so this is like a one level demo, but we will have. We actually, like, if people are interested on the stream or whatever, just if they want to beta test, we haven't reached out yet to the community for testers, but like RPG players from MMORPG are perfect candidates to play the game because they have so much knowledge about games.
Yeah, I mean, we absolutely should.
So just mail, like maybe you can put my email in the vault or whatever. It's fine if they just mail me on my personal email. I'm fine with anything. So
Oh, look at that,
just
guys.
mail me if you want to beta test or off test or help out in any way or give us feedback.
What's your
Like,
I'll put it in the chat right now. What's the email address they can send it to you?
So it's vlegacy@tangren.com. So yeah, I can type it. I'm on this. Like,
Actually, yeah, go ahead and type it right into the chat then.
So just. Oh man, I'm not logged in. So no, I can't.
Okay, so it's
I will
V
just type in Skype.
Legerstay
Yeah. So
at
just contact me like
tangren.com.
Yeah.
Just like that. I just put it in there.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect.
All
So
right,
just
perfect.
contact us when you need to.
Contact him. Get
Yeah,
beta.
just contact me. Like I'm always looking for feedback, and I'm
Yeah.
easy to like. We are still open for changes or improvements if people feel like there's something missing or we should add something. Like this is the perfect time to sort of help us out, improve the experience where I need.
I'm really looking forward to seeing the town and how that all stuff plays into. But I don't want to spoil, like you said, I don't want to spoil the story for myself either.
Yeah, so the story we're being very cryptic about. But the story is, it's something that's a bit of a, I'm not going to tell anything, but it's not something you wouldn't expect in an RPG.
Yeah.
And it's very different. And
Inspired like the Banner saga, maybe?
No.
like it's so different from other stuff.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's, I shouldn't say it, but it's sort of, because it's sort of a, there's a science fiction element to it. Let's just keep it at that.
But these are
And,
Vikings. They're supposed to be Vikings, correct?
Yeah, there's sort of Viking-like,
Okay.
but it's not
It's not
like
Norse.
no, it's not. Doesn't keep a very close eye on the mythology, but it does take elements from it. But it's actually sort of an invented universe, I guess. And yeah, there's just the storyline. We put a lot of thought into the storyline, and there's a lot of theming in there, like how people use technology to overpower other races, for example. And
Okay.
there's a bit of that in it. And there's a lot of moral stuff in there that is not. It's not like in your face. We try to keep it subtle, but there's a lot you can pick up from the world about the background of the story and what the people are doing, what the monsters are doing,
Yeah.
why there's conflict, and it's not just a good versus bad story at all. Humans aren't very good at all. They're doing stuff that pisses off the
Terrible
monsters,
things, yeah.
basically. Like killing their eggs.
I was gonna say,
killing
like,
their younglings.
I'm literally just I'm committing genocide right now.
Yeah, basically, a little bit. They didn't ask for you to come there, man.
Hey, the sheep told me to. The sheep at the beginning said, "Go in there."
Blame it on sheep.
Yeah. I think that's probably. I just unlocked another waterway. I think that's probably a good point to just sort of start wrapping this up. As my dogs are barking in the background, I hope you guys don't hear them too much. They're annoying. I get used to them.
Yeah, you can still, if you were fast, you can go over the water and you can actually do the final boss. and
Oh,
then
really?
you're
Am
done
I
with
that
the-
close? Okay.
Yeah.
When
you're
you
close.
said 60%, I'm like, oh man, I got a while. I'll never finish it. Okay. I'm not even gonna open the chest. I'm just gonna skip them.
Yeah, just that stairs you see there. If you walk over them, you get to the boss of the level.
I gotta go back a little bit, don't I?
Yeah, you just backtrack to the right, and then you can go up and you can fight the bosses.
I appreciate that things don't respawn on me either.
Yeah. No, everything
Yeah.
stays as it is. Like there's no. Because you also don't come back to areas. Like how you play them, that's how they play out. And,
Yeah.
That's with everything in the story. Like we don't have dialogue decisions, so there's no like answer yes and no to the dialogue because people try to play the dialogues. You know what I mean? They try to find the perfect answer. But you play the game through your actions, and like every little action you take, you might not expect them, but we keep track of those. Like every monster you kill, if you kill an innocent monster, we actually keep track of those
like
things.
the frogs and things that I've seen here. If I kill those, be in trouble.
Yeah, like little things. We keep track of it, and some people might respond to it in a different way. So actually, it's all very subtle how things turn out. So it's basically we sort of evaluate your actions, and we don't judge it like you. There's no sort of moral high ground to the game, but we still take, like, some might like what you do and others might hate it, and other way around, you know, like
they might really appreciate what I did.
yeah, shades of grey. Some people, because they're like, if you are sort of the hippie of the village, like those are there, they don't want you to. They don't want you to kill the monsters, but if they are from a destroyed town where all their people were killed by the monsters,
getting destroyed by monsters, yeah. That's
then they are like, yeah, screw their villagers. They killed ours as well. So it's a bit like that.
Oh, Bram just died because I was too busy throwing grenades.
Bram is your main
my
like,
savior.
he has the armor, you know.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
Yes, maybe I should have joined, but that's still a big group.
Come
Don't
on,
die, man.
come on, Nicholas.
This is the last one,
Boss,
just before the pass.
just run through the hallway to the boss.
Yeah, you can do that. You just skip
This guy's not dying. He's
Yeah,
not dying.
The shooting is.
I thought the grenades for sure would get him, but they're not.
They need to be way behind him. Then he gets, like, the shooting is just too hard.
I'm so dead.
No,
Just run to the north.
Oh, I was just gonna do that too. It's okay, I can load the save game. I was close. 6:52 p.m.
Let's hope it works. That's something we haven't tested a lot much.
Oh, whoops! Sorry.
No, it will work. Like, we coded that like months back, but we
Hey, it
haven't
worked.
checked it back.
It worked, and I can pick a
Yeah,
different group. I'll go with balanced again, though.
It should work, but it's something that we're not fully 100% comfortable with it yet.
It's
Well,
a
it
lot
worked.
to do this.
We got there. All right, let's try this
it's
again.
just still an alpha, man.
You want me to just run past and go right to the boss?
You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because a gate will come up and you can. I don't know if you've lowered the water yet. Did you?
I did lower the water. I saved it after I lowered the water.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
I did. Oh,
So,
yeah.
yeah,
but-
Oh, and some of the enemies that I killed, they stayed dead, I think.
Yeah, they should.
That's good. So even though I reloaded my save point, stuff stayed dead.
Yeah, if it's dead, it's dead.
That's awesome.
Like, you
No,
can't do that.
if you loaded it, then it should restore it at that state.
Okay, so your guys are about to see it. I can go north, and I get to a gate, and I can't get through that gate.
There's still a little problem. Yeah, it could be like I said, the if state thing might not work perfectly yet.
The gate is up. Oh,
Oh lord.
Yeah, it's just a little bug, man. Like, this
We're
is
seeing-
something that's still there's still little bugs like this. and
yeah.
especially
The gate
when
should be
we
down.
have. But the boss is behind that gate, basically. But
Yeah.
you can try to.
I wonder if there's a way to open it. There isn't any way.
No, it opens automatically with the second switch, but like these little state things are still,
Oh, okay.
you know, like they sometimes work, and then we change stuff around, and then we forget to rewrite the save system, basically. So there's still little small things like that. This is sort of on our to-do list for next month. We're going to go through all the little save state stuff and fix it all at once.
I'll try one more
Like a
reload.
month.
That's okay. I mean, that's the beauty. The beauty of this being a live stream is you can say, "Hey, it's alpha."
Yeah, no, it actually is like this sort of stuff. It's on our to-do.
Yeah.
I know it could happen, you know. It's
Plus, we're not spoiling this level for them. Then they won't really know what the boss looks like.
Yeah.
Let's think of it that way.
yeah, the boss isn't done anyway.
I'm sure that health bar would be bugged out.
Oh yeah, definitely the health bar would be bugged out. And no, but this was a good glimpse of the game, right? Of the battling at least. So it
Absolutely.
doesn't give you the storylining yet, but I think people do get an idea of the beta.
Well, and I think they get an idea of the character building too, how you can do pretty much whatever you want. Obviously, I didn't mess with it here because I'd rather start from scratch and play the game from the beginning to get a feel for it. But there's a lot of different skills across each of the characters that you can go with.
Yeah, so how it works is if you put 15 points in one of the attributes, so let's say you put 15 points in body, then you unlock the first tier. So the second tier, every 15 points you go deeper down the sort of tree. But it's not a tree, like you don't have to put points into anything, you just unlock a different tier when you put points in, so...
Yeah, it unlocks all tiers, all of the skills, and you can swap them into your character at will. Like if I wanted to take Shield Bash instead of my two-handed skills, I could do that.
Yeah, and it's also not like the... It's not like the lower skills in the tree are stronger, per se. So it's not like the first skills will be useless later on. They all stay viable. But what it does give you is if you go further into the tree, your regen goes up, and also you become more specialized, I guess. There's sort of the argument of specialization versus generalization, I guess.
Yeah.
And both are valid. Like, it's not like you can't have a 50-50 character. It will work fine. And there's combination that you, like, it's not like a mind group is weak. It's not like if you have 3 mages, they aren't weak at all. They're actually quite strong, but they take more micromanagement and more skill casting to keep them, because they're so caster based. But they're actually, if you can sequence the casting, you can just kill
destroy
so
things
fast.
Crazy, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's
everything. Like 3 warriors will work. Like we do, just play how we want, you know.
Yeah, I like that.
Different stuff.
I like that. I just want to go 3 rangers and snipe everything. That's gonna be fun.
So someone on stream is asking if they can live stream the beta if we get it, and yes, of course, stream whatever you want, man. You're free to stream it. Like that's like we want people to play the game and just give us feedback and get more people involved, because at this point we've just been hiding in our cave basically developing the game.
Yeah, literally.
Like the more people you draw in, the better, and we're open to feedback. We're open to improving the game where people think
that's awesome.
Better. So we're just easy to approach. Like just mail us, just Twitter at us.
Yeah,
Skype us even if you want to Skype, but I'm not going to put my Skype up for troll purposes.
This is Tangrim's Twitter. I'm putting that in there right now.
Yeah, that's the easy way. That's one way to reach us. I won't say I'm the biggest. Like again, it's not something I do on. Like I do it sometimes when I have a new image. I post something like yesterday, but I'm not like constantly on Twitter going crazy. It's not something I'm doing yet. Like it's not in my daily schedule, I guess. It's more like doing art and doing more art and then doing a lot of coding. That's my day.
Well, I gotta say the UI is clean and smooth. I think I would love to see it be a little bit scalable, just to have the pictures and stuff kind of be smaller, because I don't know, I just like to see more of the characters. But I'm also looking at the resolution right now is set for me at I think 1440 by 900, just because I wanted to have it windowed when I streamed it. But I don't know if it looks better on 1080. But it's you know, it's surprising how good this game looks for the fact that it's 2 guys. I'm proud of you. That's awesome.
Thank you, man. Thank you. We're happy that it looked like you did really well in the demo. Like you died once, but or 2 times.
Twice. Yeah, I did okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you did good.
On your third try, you came all the way to the end. So.
And
wait, it will be a lot harder.
I bet. I was gonna say, I bet that boss just put up that gate and bugged it out because he was afraid of me. We'll just say that.
Yeah. That boss, man, he will skin you alive.
And I see there's a quest journal, a mission journal that tells you about the rewards for the missions that you partake in and stuff like that. So that's there. You have your map panel, just showing them some more of the UI now.
Yeah.
Is this the kind of game? Is this the kind of game that you guys will be adding more to? Like you'll have the main campaign and the main storyline, and then you'll be adding more campaigns for people to download, like DLC, or?
It's completely up to what the gamers want. I think after we're done, and it depends on the success of the game, basically. Like, do we complete? Like, once it's completed, if people like it, and if people actually if there's an active community around it, then yeah, man, we will do a lot for the community. Like, we can do a lot of stuff. It's very hard to do the storyline I can't tell the storyline, but it's very hard to continue with the same characters with how the story can turn out.
Okay.
So let's just put that we don't do like the Mass Effect thing where you
Kill off Commander Shepard.
yeah, like if things die here, then they will
They'll be
sort of
dead.
not come back.
Yeah.
But the world is so big that we actually have a lot of parallel storylines that we could work on with different characters that are sort of come into play. So there are side characters in Kin, but they are actually interesting characters with their own backstory that you don't fully get explained in Kin, like, but they are there, you know, and we could work with those characters. And also something we might add is co-op later, if people want it. So it's currently a purely single-player game, but if people want co-op, like if we notice people asking for co-op, and we're like, we can't add it for release, but if people want it after, we can start working on it. You know?
I can see people adoring the ability to control 2 teams of 3 as co-op, like just 2 people but 2 teams of 3 still. Like
exactly.
That, people would love that, I think, because you could make so many cool compositions.
Exactly.
Okay, well, before we end the stream, is there anything else? I mean, obviously, guys, go to www.kingame. I think that's what it is, kingame.com. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Kingame.com. You can email vlegerstay@tangrin.com. It's right in the chat. I know that's not something you can easily spell off the top of your your heads there, but there's also you can contact the guys on Twitter @_tangrin_. So
Yeah.
@_TANGRIN_ again. Just look up kingame.com. You'll be able to find all the information about it. Versus Evil is the publisher. These 2 guys are making the game themselves in their basements, their mother's basements.
Sort of.
Sort of.
No.
More like their wives' basements.
Yeah, more like that's much more accurate.
And it's looking really good, guys. I really appreciate you letting us be the first place to stream it, and we'll, you know, as when you got more to show us, I hope you'll let us do so.
Yeah, no, of course, man. We should do it again in like a month or 2. Like once we have like we do have more levels. We could show more levels.
Yeah, let's show more levels. Let's show the town and stuff like that. Even if we don't show much of the story, just show how people interact and things. That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be like. Yeah, let's do that, man.
Okay, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just contact me or have Lance contact us. It'll be great. Everybody, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'm gonna end the stream now, so go email these guys, go tweet at them, get yourself the beta client, and start playing it, start streaming it, and give them your feedback. They want to hear it. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you.